Hey guys, it's From Experience. Today, I want to talk about why I stopped feeling guilty about not committing to girls who wanted more from me. And I want to be upfront about something before I get into this. This isn't a feel-good video. I'm not going to sit here and tell you I was always the good guy in these situations. I wasn't. There were girls who wanted something real from me, something more serious, something that was actually going somewhere. And I knew that. I knew exactly what they wanted from me. And I didn't give it to them. Not because I couldn't, but because I didn't want to. And here's the part that might make some people uncomfortable. I kept it going anyway. Because the attention felt good. The dynamic felt good. All the benefits of something real without ever having to commit to any of it. And honestly, why would I walk away from that? I know how that sounds, but I think a lot of guys do exactly this and just don't say it out loud. You're in a talking stage with someone. She's catching feelings. You can feel it. You can see it in how she texts you, how she talks about the future casually, how she acts differently around you compared to how things were at the beginning. And you say nothing. Not because you're confused about how you feel, you're not confused at all. You know you don't want more than this. But laying down the hammer, actually saying out loud that you don't want to commit, means it ends. And you don't want it to end. You want the attention. You want the dynamic. You want all of it to keep going exactly as it is without having to be honest about any of it. So you play along. And I did this more times than I'm proud of. Let things run longer than they should have. Let someone invest more in something that was never going where she thought it was going. Stayed in situations I knew were going nowhere because they were comfortable and the attention felt good, and I wasn't ready to give that up. And there's a specific feeling that comes with that. Not guilt exactly, more like a quiet awareness that you're not being fully honest and choosing to ignore it anyway. Do I feel guilty about it? Honestly, a little. But here's where I've landed on all of it. It wasn't one-sided. She was there too. She was showing up too. Whatever we had between us, it wasn't nothing. We both got something out of it. We both chose to be in whatever that was. It just didn't go further than it did. And the part I do feel bad about isn't that it didn't become something more. It's that I held on longer than I should have. When I knew it wasn't going anywhere, I should have been honest about that earlier. Not for my sake, but because the longer you let it go, the harder the landing is for the other person. And I knew that. I just chose the comfortable option anyway. So why did I stop feeling guilty about the not committing part? Because I don't think you owe anyone a commitment just because they want one from you. You can't force yourself to want something you don't want. You can't manufacture feelings that aren't there. And pretending you're further along emotionally than you are, just to avoid an uncomfortable conversation, does more damage in the long run than honesty ever would have. What I do think you owe someone is the truth, earlier than you want to give it, before they've invested more than they should have, before it gets messy in a way that didn't need to happen. And that's the part I'm still working on. Because it's easy to say all of this looking back. It's a lot harder to have that conversation in the moment when things are comfortable and the attention feels good and you don't want anything to change. But that discomfort, that willingness to say something honest, even when it costs you something you weren't ready to lose, is part of what it means to actually respect someone. Even when you can't give them what they want, even when honesty ends something comfortable. I wasn't always that guy, but I'm trying to be now. Not perfect, just more honest than I used to be. That is all for this one. If any of this resonated with you, drop a comment below. Subscribe for more From Experience. Catch you in the next one.